Now, it has been said, though not by me, that the T.S. Eliot Prize is just a prize for slim volumes. But we've seen tonight that that isn't the case. The Ramayana, 300 pages long. Later on, Michael Simmons Roberts's book is a fat volume. And this Anne Carson's Red Dock, is not a slim volume at all. And it challenges the idea of what a slim volume can be. It really challenges the idea of what a book of poems can be. Because this is a poem, and it's a narrative, and it's a work of fiction, and it could be read as a radio play. But because it's presented as a poem, and we think about it as a poem, then it makes us think in a really exciting way about what poems can be and what they can become. It makes you look at it and think about line breaks. Why are the line breaks here? Why is the poem in this particular shape? It makes you think about voice. It makes you think about the idea of narrative. And it is a picaresque journey through modern life, written by a poet who's got a great knowledge of the ancient world. She teaches ancient Greek. And through this book, you feel that you are spanning the centuries and spanning the idea of what a poem can be. I'm afraid that Anne can't be with us tonight. We were going to think of having a transatlantic link, but then we thought we'd have to have a link for me from Barnsley, which would cost about the same. So we're not going to do that. So instead, part of Red Dock will be read for us by the fine poet Ruth Padel.
Well, I'm really sorry, I'm not Anne Carson. There's a very, very varied book, as Ian has said, and this is the piece that she's asked me to read. I'm particularly sorry because when she reads, those of you who have not heard her, she's got a devastating way of making everything that she reads sound very funny as well as everything else. She just puts that top spin of extraordinary humour onto what can be tragic. Anything violent. And I can't do that. So I'm going to have to read it just in my voice. Typical night-herding songs gallop their rhythms and tell of love. G doesn't usually sing to the herd at night. He may talk to them, listen, stand in the herd. Listen. That community. A low, purple listening, but with a height to the sound. Them listening. They direct it up and out. They stand in a circle, facing away from the center. Calves in the center. And the long guard hairs hang down to brush their ankles like pines, like queens dressed in pines. Musk oxen are not in fact oxen, not castrated bulls, nor do their glands produce musk. Much is misnomer in our present way of grasping the world. But pines do always seem queenly as they sway so grand and anciently from the sky to the ground. Motion is part of listening. As the night goes on, let's say he's there for a number of hours, the motion changes. At first, they just shudder a bit, like any large entity come to rest. But gradually, imperially, they begin swaying. Then, as one rhythm, they pass the sway from shape to shape around the circle. Its amplitude increasing, its warmth rising from knees to hearts to eyes, its pressures rolling across the large loose joints of the shoulders and down the long bones of the hips until At some point, with a phrasing as simple as a perfect aphorism, one of them spins up off its shanks and performs a 360-degree spin in air and returns to its place, slotting itself into the undulation of the others as firmly as temptation into I can resist anything but. He slips from thought to thought. Wildness does surely attract him, although what he knows about it is not much. Knows, with the oxen, that they prefer common gorse to willow shoots, and can balance the top heaviness of their bodies by plaiting their feet as they walk. While with sad, he knows don't mention war play. Funny word, war play. Never says war or warfare. I've seen a lot of war play, he'd say. War play had me pumped up those years. Tip of the spear, flip switch inside. She hit the ground, 75. Saw the white bag, 75 bullets tore her head off. I saw her hand. I wasn't going to tell anyone back home about it. Oh, it found its way out. It surfaced. I had a tan when I came home. No wounds, no cuts. Everyone kissed me. Sure, I sat by the fire. I talked to the old man. There were the smells, the bone beneath. Sweat broke out on me at breakfast. I didn't expect to come home. That was not in the plan. Some point, I guess, the brain cells just give out. You read 100 military manuals, you won't find the word kill. They trick you into the killing. You get over it, it's okay. You have to. Fear not tolerated. Take you out back and shoot you, they say. Her eyeglasses in the sand. Standard questionnaire. Fine, just say fine. Numb yourself. Wireframe. Does it feel good at first? Yes. Play, guns, fire, animals. You know, the Carthaginians liked to use oxen for night fighting. I'm talking about Hannibal. I'm talking about the Battle of Agia Falenis 217 BC. Like tanks, but more frightening. They'd tie lit torches to the horns and stampede them toward the enemy. The Romans panicked. Some ran into the herd. Some got knocked off the path to the crags below. Others tried to retreat and were lost in the tundra, never seen again. But what about, I'm asking, what happens when the torches burn down to the horn, to the hair, to the head, to the bone beneath? So much human cruelty is simply incidental, is simply brainless, simply no common sense. You could take the entirety of the common sense of humans and put it in the palm of your hand and still have room for your deck